Hey guys, welcome to your Rev and Recovery workout for day 6 and day 13 of the challenge. So today we're gonna work some core, we're gonna get the cardio going, and then later on we'll slow it down with a little bit of recovery. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. I'll time you, so go ahead and start. First thing, jogging in place. We're going 30 seconds here. Right away, getting the legs warmed up, getting the heart beating a little bit. Awesome, and if it's feeling, first exercise of the day, a little too much, you can also step it as you start to warm up. But if that's feeling okay, right away, just go into the jog. Great job, so going 30 seconds here, get the heels high, kicking your backside, maybe kick your hands. Awesome. Great job, moving straight into jumping jacks. We've done these before, reaching arms overhead. Awesome, 30 seconds. And if it's too much, go ahead and just step it out. Really focusing on getting the heart beating. We're warming up the shoulders, arms are reaching high overhead. 30 seconds here, you guys. Only about 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna move straight into some core exercises. So 5 more seconds, and then we'll go onto the mat, coming to an all-four position. Okay, that's good, go ahead and stop. Drop down to the mat, hands and knees. From here, we're gonna extend your right arm out in front, your left leg behind, and then come to center, crunching the knee and the elbow together. We're gonna go 15 seconds. So really elongating the spine, finding length through that front arm, the back leg, and then as you exhale, pull the knee and the elbow together, find that contraction in the midsection. Great job, take it to the other side. Left arm extends out, right leg back, meeting in the center. We're going 15 seconds on this side as well. So such a great exercise, really dynamic, finding length in the whole body, but it's really working the shoulder that's supporting you, it's working your core, working low back. We have 3 more seconds here. Great job, that's it. Go ahead and roll onto your back. From here, we're gonna do a crunch, and as you crunch up, hug one knee into your chest and grab your foot, switching to the other side. So we're gonna go 30 seconds here. Maybe find a little bit of a pause at the top of the crunch to really make sure that your core is feeling nice and tight. So 30 seconds, switching side to side. If it feels like it's too much on your low back, you can do the same thing, but plant one foot and hug the other knee in, just offering a little bit more support. Great job, we got 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going straight into some cardio, stand up. We're going to squat jump. So with these squat jumps, start with your feet about hip width distance apart. You'll squat down, jump high, finding explosive power at the top of the movement. I've got you timed for 30 seconds. So on these, even though we're jumping, still pay attention to your knees. Make sure your knees aren't coming beyond your toes. Great job, 30 seconds here. If it's bothering your knees, bothering your low back, you can do the same thing like Zach's showing, just modify it by squatting down just a couple of inches. You don't have to add in the hop. 10 more seconds. Make sure you're breathing. Great job. Jump rope, so we're gonna do it on one leg. The good news is you don't actually have a jump rope, so you're not gonna hit yourself, you're not gonna get messed up. 15 seconds on one leg, and then we'll switch to the other side, 15. You should feel this in your calf. Your calf's starting to burn, everything, your heart's beating, core is engaged. Surprising how something we did when we were little begins to feel really hard as we get older. So 15 seconds, go ahead, switch it to the other side. So same thing again. If it's bothering maybe your calf is firing too much or bothering your low back, you can do the same thing, but keep both feet on the ground. So doing 2 feet, and then we'll just do it for 30 seconds instead. Awesome, great job. We're done right there. Moving into some core, go ahead and lie onto your back, X ups. So making your body nice and big, coming to an X position, and then grab your right arm across your body, reaching towards your left toe. We're gonna switch side to side here, going for 30 of these. Really find that length, make your body as big as possible, and then meet in the center. Great job, stomach is tight, core is engaged. And if it's bothering your low back or too much on your neck, you don't have to go up as far as Zach is. He's kind of superhuman, a little bit. You should try being married to him. Superhuman. Awesome, 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. From here, going straight into bicycle crunches, so hands behind your head. Same type of a thing where we're working obliques. Midsection is so tight, bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee. We're going 30 seconds here. This is our last core exercise. Then we'll grab a drink, take a break, and repeat this circuit one more time. So if it's too much, we've done bicycles before, but if it's too much on the low back, know that you can always plant one foot and modify it by just bringing the knee across the body still, but with one foot planted. 5 more seconds, you guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Go ahead and grab a drink. We'll rest for 1 minute, and then we'll be back to do it all again. Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and repeat circuit one more time. Let's jump right into it. So I've got you timed, 30 seconds jogging in place. So now you're a little bit more warmed up, so you might be able to get your heels kicking a little bit higher up. Great job. But if it starts to feel too much, always listen to your body. Know that you can just kind of walk it out. But make sure you're pushing yourself, you guys. We've been doing this now, well, day 6, day 13, so we've had a few days to kind of practice to build our endurance. Hopefully it's feeling okay to where you can jog it out. 4 more seconds, 3, 2, and 1. Switching into jumping jacks, 30 seconds. I've got you timed. So we've done these jumping jacks before, really reaching the arms overhead, warming up the shoulders, really dynamic through there. Great job, and then always remember you can step it out side to side, back and forth. Just make sure you're breathing. Awesome job. Zach, you can actually jump it though. So he's gonna go back to jumping it. Great job, you guys. We have about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, moving into some core work, coming down to the ground, coming to that kneeling position, extend the right arm, left leg, and then have them meet in the center. We're gonna do 15 seconds on each side here. So really find so much length throughout that arm and the leg, extending far out. And then crunch the core together as you bring the elbow and knee to meet underneath the body. Great job. Switching to the other side, we'll go 15 seconds again. Extend out, pull elbow and knee together. Such a great move, really warming up the back. Should feel good on your spine. Awesome, we've got 5 more seconds. Awesome, go ahead and stop, roll onto your back. We're gonna do the crunch we did before, hugging one knee into the chest. Go ahead and grab that foot and then switch it to the other side. So doing 30 seconds total. Great job. If it's bothering your low back, you can plant one foot down on the ground and rather than extending the leg all the way straight, plant one foot down on the ground and do it that way. Awesome. Zach showing how to hold a little bit at the top of the movement, engaging that core a little more. Great job. Coming to standing, we're gonna go right back into a cardio burst, squat, jumps, feet hip width distance apart, squat it down, power it out, jumping up high. So we've got 30 seconds here. We've done these squat jumps before. Again, listen to your body. Make sure that you're, that was tricky. Did you guys just see that? In midair, he twisted. That was awesome. You can do that too. Even more impressive. So squatting down without the jump if it's feeling like it's a little too much on your knees or your low back. We've got 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Going straight into those jump ropes. We've got 15 seconds on each leg. So again, if it bothers your knee or maybe you feel a little bit too off balance, you can do it with both feet on the ground like Zach is showing. But if it feels okay, really try and challenge yourself. Feel that in the back of your calf. Going 15 seconds. All right.
Do some tricks.
You can do tricks. He's super good at tricks. Switching to the other side, we've got 15 seconds. You guys, I won the jump-a-thon when I was in kindergarten. I think that they just felt bad for me because I actually can't jump rope. I don't know how that happened. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Going back into some core work. You should be breathing heavy coming onto the back. So finding that big X-shaped position with the body and then bringing your right hand to meet your left foot, switching to the other side. So we're going 30 seconds here. Again, you don't have to get your whole entire upper body off the mat. Even if your shoulders just barely lifting, that's awesome. And again, bothering your low back at all, you can plant your feet and then cross it over. So Zach, do you want to show that with one foot planted? Great, so this is a great way to modify if you're feeling it a little bit too much on your low back. So we've got 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Moving straight into bicycles. We've done them before. Going straight back into it. Finding that motion, that twist in the core, bringing your opposite elbow and knee to meet in the center. Again, it's another one where you can plant your feet down on the ground to offer a little bit more support on your back. But really, the whole time, think of pulling your ribs together, pulling your belly button towards your spine. You should be feeling this all throughout your stomach, down your obliques. 5 more seconds here, and then we'll grab a drink. 3, 2, and 1. Great job, you guys. We're done with our first circuit. Go ahead and grab a drink. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, you guys, welcome back. We're starting with our second circuit. So, jumping lunges. We're just gonna jump right into it, 30 seconds. So I'll have Zach start facing you guys and then we'll switch to the other side. So jumping lunges, if it's too much, right away know that if it's too much, you can always step this motion back, switching one side and then the other, coming down, trying to get both knees at a 90-degree angle. Think about your knees here. Don't let your knees extend beyond your toes. If it feels okay, we're jumping it. 30 seconds. Stay breathing, not even close. He's gonna go extra time for asking. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. From here, we're going into Spider-Man steps. So this one's gonna work your core, it's gonna work your arms, it's gonna work a little bit of everything. Like Zach said, you're starting in a high plank position, and then you're just bringing your knee to meet your elbow. So kind of think, we have 3 boys. So Spider-Man is just like a normal part of our life. So think Spider-Man, finding that position. If it's too much, you can always drop to your knees. Do the same thing. Great job. If you're on your toes and it feels okay, you might speed it up a little. You can even kind of take it into a mountain climber type thing where you're going pretty fast, hopping it back and forth. We're going 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, drop it down, coming onto your stomach, lower back extension. So laying on your stomach, we're working low back, which is still part of your core. So hands behind the head or on the ground. To modify it even more, you can keep those hands planted on the ground. Lift the chest, lift the back. We're going 30 seconds here. So stomach is tight, low back is engaged. You'll even feel this in the backs of your legs, your glutes, your hamstrings. Great job, you guys. 30 seconds. Let's go about 5 more. Awesome. Go ahead, stand up. So working your obliques, the side of your body, standing side crunches. Bring your hands behind your head, 30 seconds. Trying to bring your elbow and your knee together. So in this one, don't think so much about trying to be fast or using a lot of momentum. Really think about that crunch that's happening in the side of the body. Trying to feel the obliques engaged. Everything's tight in your stomach, your low back is tight. Awesome job, you guys. We've got 5 more seconds here. Awesome. Moving straight into your cardio burst. Jump out, cross legs in front, jump out, cross legs behind. So 30 seconds getting that heart back up, increasing the intensity a little bit. So if it's too much to jump the way that Zach's doing, you can do the same thing and just kind of step it out and in. It kind of feels like some tricky line dance or something. I don't really know. So if you don't like that, hop it, choose. The main thing is make sure that you're moving, make sure that you're breathing, make sure your heart rate is getting up. Awesome, and if you want, you can add in like a little bit more of a squat into it, coming out to the side. We've got 3 more seconds, 2, and 1. Great job. Moving into a side shuffle. So starting at one side of the mat, squatting down low. You're just gonna squat and run one side of your mat and then run to the other side of your mat. If you trip, no worries, get back up. If it feels awkward, that's okay, it just actually kind of is. So it doesn't matter how it looks, we're just trying to get low. We wanna keep the heart beating. Everything's feeling engaged here, burning in the quads, hamstrings and glutes are active. Awesome, maybe you can drop it a little bit lower. If it's bothering your back, come a little bit more upright. We've got 10 more seconds here. Awesome, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna drop it down for some core work. So come down to the mat. We're gonna do a side plank position. So stack your shoulder right on top of your wrist. You can have your feet stacked a little bit more intense or stagger them out. Top elbow and top knee are going to meet, touching, crunching the side of the body. So this workout, at least the second circuit, you'll notice so much is happening with the obliques. That's kind of what we're focusing on here. So if it's too much to have either the feet staggered or stacked, you can always drop your bottom knee to the ground. Same thing, same benefit, no shame in doing that at all. Just make sure that you're feeling the crunch in your side body. That's what's most important. Just kind of extra to get a little more activation in the side of the arm and into the shoulder. Great job. Let's go ahead and flip it over. We're going 30 seconds on the other side. So same thing, let's go. Awesome. So again, you can have the feet stacked or staggered. And if it's feeling like too much, go ahead and drop the bottom knee down to the ground. You guys, this is such a hard exercise. It's one of those that you might look at and think, oh my gosh, that doesn't look that big of a deal. And then you get into it and realize how many muscles are actually engaged to support your core, to support the movement. Great job, you guys. Drop the knee down if you need to on the bottom leg. We've got 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, last one. Great job, you guys. Go ahead and grab a drink, rest for 1 minute. We'll be back to repeat your second set of that circuit. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's jump right into our second set of that circuit. So, jumping lunges. I hope you had a chance to cool down, to breathe for a second, but we're going right back into it now. So 30 seconds here. So Zach's starting, facing forward, and then a sec, maybe he'll do a cool trick as he transitions facing the sides. You can get the side, see? Cool tricks. Cool tricks, cool tricks. Yo, Gabba Gabba. Does that even exist anymore? Anyway, if it's too much to jump it, you can always step it back. Great job, Zach. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Going to that high plank position, we're gonna do those Spider-Man steps. So know that you can always modify it, drop down to the knees. If it feels okay, bringing your knee to your opposite elbow, maybe even start to think mountain climbers, that same mountain climber motion where you're really kind of running it out here. 30 seconds, getting that knee to the elbow. Active dynamic stretching happening and engagement in the core. Shoulders should be burning. Maybe move a little bit faster, maybe slow it down. Listen to your body, you guys. Again, drop to your knees if it's feeling like it's a little bit too much on your back, or maybe too much on your shoulders. We've got 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Splat onto the mat, going into those low back extensions. So hands can either be behind your head, or for a little bit more support, bring them to the ground. We're going 30 seconds, really activating, lifting the chest, the upper body, legs off the ground at the same time. So really working all of the core, low back. A lot of times when we do core exercises, we forget that the core is supported by the low back, and sometimes we don't really think to engage that. So here we are adding in some low back extensions just to offer more support to the whole entire core. So again, modification would be to keep the hands planted on the ground and lift up. We've got 2 more seconds. 1. Awesome job. Standing up, we're doing those side crunches that we did before. So again, this motion, it's all about finding that activation in the side body, bringing the elbow and the knee together. We're going 30 seconds here. Go slow, make sure you find that crunch motion. Doesn't matter if we're going fast, this isn't our cardio burst. This one's all about the core. It should be getting your heart rate up a little bit too though. Great job, you guys. We've got about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight into cardio. Crisscross jump. So out, cross one leg in front, out, cross the other leg in front. So 30 seconds of this. Heart should be coming back up again. Make sure you're breathing throughout this. And again, if it's feeling like it's too much on your knees, on your back to do the hop, you can do the same thing, just kind of step it out. Again, doesn't matter what it looks like or anything, just make sure you stay moving. Make sure your heart rate is getting up. That's what the goal is right now. Really revving the heart. We've got 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight into the side shuffle. So start at one side of your mat, squat it down low, shuffle to the other. We're going back and forth for 30 seconds. Again, really focus on just keeping your body low, low, low. Watch your knees, make sure they don't extend beyond your toes, and just going back and forth as fast as you can. You'll feel your heart coming up even more here. That's okay. After this, we'll get a move into some core. We've got 10 more seconds, you guys. Maybe try to drop it down just a little bit more if you can. Awesome. Quads should be on fire. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job moving into core. So go ahead and drop it down to the ground. We're going to that side plank position. Stack your shoulder right on top of your wrist. Maybe the feet stay stacked or maybe they're staggered, but bring the top elbow to meet the top knee. We're going 30 seconds on each side here. So maybe start out really challenging yourself. Maybe you start with your feet stacked one on top of the other. Maybe after a few, you stagger the feet. Once it's becoming so hard, or maybe your low back is starting to give out, you might drop that bottom knee down to the ground, take the modified position. Make sure you stay breathing. Make sure you really focus and find that crunch here in the side body as you're bringing your elbow and knee to meet. Great job. Let's switch it over, rolling to the other side. We've got 30 seconds of this. Give it all you have. Start, take the advanced pose if you can. Do as many as you can. This is our last exercise for the day. Great job. If it feels okay, stay here, maybe split the feet. And if it starts to feel too much, go ahead and drop that knee down to the ground. Awesome job, you guys. We have 10 more seconds. Finish strong. Give it all you have. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, you've got it. Great job. We're done with the exercise portion, the rev portion of today's workout, so go ahead and grab a drink, take a little break, kick your shoes off. We'll meet you back here for the recover portion of the workout. Hey guys, welcome back to the recover portion of our workouts for days 6 and 13. So we're gonna get right into some yoga. We did it a couple of days ago, so hopefully it's a little bit more familiar today. Let's just get started. So go ahead and start, top of the mat, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Arms are either down to the side or maybe at heart center, gazing at the fingertips or the toes or even closing the eyes. Again, just follow along the best that you can. I'll cue some of the breathing, but don't worry too much about it. Eventually, it'll just become more natural to kind of follow along with that. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the arms and gaze up. Exhale, bow forward and down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look out. Exhale, plant hands, step or jump the feet back. Chaturanga Push-Up, elbows into the sides. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog, feet are hip width distance apart. If your hamstrings are tight, you might even pedal out your heels a little bit here. Remember, always an option to drop to the knees for child's pose if anything isn't feeling okay on your body. Just allowing yourself to breathe there. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet in, gaze out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift arms and gaze up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Bend the knees. Arms sweep up, chair pose. Bring the hands to heart center, sink the hips down. From here, hook the left elbow on the outside of your right knee, press palms together, shift the gaze up. Come to center. Exhale, other side, right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee, shift the gaze. Come to center. Exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look out. Exhale, plant hands, step or jump the feet back, Chaturanga Push-Up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands, drop the left knee down to the ground. Taking a low lunge here. Maybe the hands stay on the ground, maybe come up onto the fingertips, maybe even interlace fingers, bring them to the top of the thigh. So this whole program we've been saying, don't let your knee go beyond your heel or beyond your toe. In yoga, it's okay to sink a little bit deeper because the movement's more controlled. So nice, exhale, release, straighten the right leg, shift the weight back onto that left knee. Flex the right foot, getting a stretch down the back of the right leg. Turn the foot out, changing the stretch a little bit. You'll feel this more down the outside of the right leg, working into the IT band. Inhale to center. Shift the weight forward, deep bend in that right knee. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Lizard pose. Maybe you stay on your hands. Maybe you drop down a little bit deeper, coming down to your forearms. Working into the hips a little bit more. We've done a lot of squats, a lot of lunges, a lot of jumping, a lot of different things that work the hips. So here we're just stretching them out. Inhale, come up. Tuck the back toes, shift the weight, and turn to the long side of the mat. Keep the bend in that right knee. Left leg is straight. Skandasana pose. You can have the hands on the ground or maybe bring them up towards heart center. Either way, whether your heel is on the ground or lifted up like Zach's doing, both are great. We're just sinking into this hip, getting a nice stretch. Pivot back to the front of the mat, plant both hands down. Walk that right foot over to the side. We're gonna drop down for pigeon. So the left leg stays long, deep bend in that right knee. Lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, begin to fold forward. I think this is every runner's favorite stretch. It feels so good on your hips. And if you're not running, but doing all of these squats and lunges, it will feel good that way as well. Allow yourself to really settle into the pose. Inhale, come up. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Tuck the back toe. Press weight into the hands and slide the right foot back to a high plank. You can drop down to your knees and then lowering into a chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Taking that same sequence on the other side. Step the left foot forward between the knee. Drop the right knee down to the ground. Left foot forward between the hands rather. So again, hands can stay on the ground, maybe come up to the fingertips. Taking it a little deeper, interlacing fingers, bring them to the top of the thigh. Press the hips forward. Great job. Exhale, straighten out that left leg, bend the right knee, flex the foot, getting a stretch down the back of the left leg. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale, turn the left foot out to the side, getting a stretch through the IT band, the outside of that left hip. Come to center. Bend the left knee, shift the weight forward, bring both hands to the inside of the left foot, lizard pose. Maybe stay here on your hands or go ahead and drop it down to the forearms if your hips are feeling open and flexible in this moment. Great job. Inhale, come up. Tuck the back toe, pivot to the long side of the mat. Deep bend in that left knee. Right leg is straight, pointing the right toes up towards the ceiling. You can keep the heel lifted on your left foot or maybe drop it down. You can walk the hands forward or more strength, bring them to heart center. Beautiful. Pivot to the front of the mat. From here, walk that left foot over towards the right side of the mat and drop it down for pigeon. Deep bend in the left knee, right leg is straight. Lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold forward. Again, really letting the hip relax into the posture, letting go of the tension from all of those squats and lunges and jumps and all the cardio and everything we've been doing. Just allowing it to relax, to surrender. Inhale, come up. Plant both hands down on the mat, tuck the back toes, press into the hands and slide the left foot back on the toes or drop the knees down. Chaturanga push-up. Inhale to up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up, down dog. Drop the knees down to the ground, child's pose. Check into the breath, settle the hips back, toes are together. From here, swim the arms forward, coming all the way onto the belly, moving into a little bit of back bending to finish off. So you can keep the hands on the mat for a little bit more support or bring them behind the head. On an inhale, lift the chest and lift the legs. Exhale, release. Take a breath. We'll do one more of those. So keeping the hands on the ground or bring them behind the head. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs. Great job. Slowly release. Plant the hands, send the hips all the way back, coming to child's pose again. From here, plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips up to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, jump or step the feet all the way through, coming to that forward fold we've done before. Arms reach high, and then exhale, bow forward and down. Maybe grabbing the backs of your legs or outside edges of your feet. Wherever you are, really keeping your spine nice and long. Stamping the backs of your legs into the mat. Slowly come up and then round through the spine. Lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Keep the right leg straight. Hug the left knee into the chest and then bring the left knee all the way across the body, getting a spinal twist. Maybe the left arm extends to the side and the gaze shifts to the left. Come to center. Taking it the other way, left leg straight. Hug the right knee into the chest. Bring that right leg all the way across the body. Maybe the right arm extends out, gaze shifts to the right. Come to center. Exhale, settle the feet down. Bring palms facing up, close the eyes. Allowing yourself to just breathe here. Maybe taking a couple of minutes to enjoy this Shavasana.